into cannon rushes. Even Protoss players are a little bit offended by that dirty play. I mean, that is even Protoss players like, okay, man, come on. Make a cybernetics core. Come on. Get it out.
Who needs gas?
Yeah.
His buildings are strong enough.
Starting units and buildings and workers are pretty good.
Yeah.
Good enough for me to win the KSL, maybe.
Maybe.
He does sing like that.
All the time.
We're going to go to Eddie.
Okay.
All right. Maps being given names that
now
people don't really name their kids Eddie anymore.
Well, Edward, people still name their kids Edward.
Not really.
What do you know about kids' names?
All sorts of stuff, man.
I couldn't even think of someone who would know less than you about that.
Yeah.
God.
It'd be funnier if Artosis had a kid named Ed, too. It's like, how dare you?
Oh, my God, you're really bad. So Eddie is our map here. This is one of those rock, paper, scissors-esque maps because you do, again, have that low ground. You're not as able to proxy. Like, there are locations where you can try to do a proxy, but then it becomes a percentage play as well. So I don't think we'll see something like that, but the 3-gate observer DT triangle, that's real. And this is somewhere that Stork definitely could pick up a victory.
Early game is so much more technical on a map like this. It's very hard to navigate cleanly. I mean, this is going to be a real uphill fight for Stork.
Literally.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even mean to make that pun. Nice. Okay. We're going now into, what is this, Game 5? Yeah, Game 5.
Mini's going to go DTs. Who are you? Stork is in the bottom right. He's in the bottom. I looked at his eyes.
Yeah.
I could tell.
There was a
going
shiftiness,
DTs.
right?
He's going DTs. First off, you saw the game he just played. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, Stork's going to go 3-gate, and Mini's going to go DTs. You watch this. You can just tell by looking in his eyes.
Artosis, you're damaged goods. Okay.
Listen, I know evil when I see it, okay? Evil's real. It exists.
It's in all of us. It's whether or not we make the choice to go for DTs. This person has like 3 signs.
Yeah.
First few pages of my novel. Just put this up here.
It's like, yeah, thousands of people read the beginning of my novel. They really liked it.
Well, Artosis,
Yo.
Let's see how these two players approach the fight for the ramp.
Fight for the ramp. With a lot of units, or just one Cape Boy?
One Cape Boy to go to the KSL finals.
Man. Stork, if he can come back from this, that would be just wild. But Mini looking poised, just needs the one map out of these next 3.
Yeah.
I would say the odds are in his favor.
Would you?
I would, indeed.
You're very brave.
Like, oh my God, is this a Nexus first? What is going on? Or 2 gates at once? Like, what's going on? No, it is a Nexus first, right?
Oh wow, he's doing this.
You have to go cannons with this?
No.
You can just go Nexus first and make Zealots?
Well, you're supposed. Okay, this is weird.
It's a Nexus first. Does he know what race he's against? Does he think Mini chose Terran this game? And now Mini is scouting him first. Oh, man.
Oh my God.
The DT thing isn't going to happen. It was, I promise, but he doesn't need to do that now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's a gate.
So this is kind of a...
Tell me how you're supposed to hold anything with this.
Okay, so you're basically having to play around their approach. So you see this, you think one of 2 things, right? First of all, when you say Nexus first, you have that exact reaction. You go, what? You have 2 choices, right? You can start to Zealot rush it, or you can start to Dragoon rush it, right?
Yeah.
So you try to counter, if it's a Zealot rush or Dragoon rush, you try to counter which one that is. In this case, we see the first Zealot's going to come out, and you kind of just play from this weird position. Now, the other thing is you can also DT rush. This is, by the way, guys, this is just very, very hard to pull off.
Well, is there no world in which you make cannons here?
You might make a cannon, but it's not like your fast expanding PvZ. Because cannons will also die to Reavers, or DT drop in the main.
Oh, DT drop, you're really getting out there now. They also die to a scout that goes in your main base and gets your probes.
So he's going to get that cannon there.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, but if you see people do this, you can go right in the DT drop and sometimes just win the game.
Well, I mean, he did want to go DTs. We saw in his eyes before the game began.
You're so funny. You're too much, Artosis. You're just too much.
Oh, the hold position probe on the ramp. This is a great move.
Yeah.
It just stops units from rallying, and it buys actually a lot of time. You saw that Dragoon walked all the way up, then all the way back down. Little moves like this can be the difference in holding off rushes.
In a game, StarCraft 1, when you're watching moves at kind of this slow pace, so anything you can do to buy time is huge. By the way, it seems like this build is going to work out here for Mini. I'm sorry, for Stork. He's doing an excellent job here.
What is that? Oh my god, is that for a proxy Reaver?
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to try to Reaver push in there.
I think you do power this down because it's going to buy you so much time.
Yeah.
But now that he's got 2 bases, you're just going to probably go up to 3 gates, right?
You're asking me, is Stork going to go 3 gates? Or
yeah, you just go 3 gates to try to overpower whatever
this
comes.
is really, okay, this is like just really hard to call right now because there's so many different directions this can go. I think that Mini has the right idea by trying to go for the Reaver push.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is really, really intelligent play. We usually see Protosses do this. Oh my god,
there
was
was
a
another
probe out
there.
What? So, we usually saw... What was the first time you and I experienced this strategy? It was Snow did it against Flash, right? Snow won.
Oh, Nexus first?
No, the Reaver slow crawl.
Oh.
Across the map.
Yeah. That's right.
By the way, there's a chance Stork tries to rush into DTs. He probably will not go for Dragoon range.
But what if this is Proxy Observer?
Well, then you're in trouble town, my friend.
Yeah. Okay, so can't quite go in there right now. Plenty of cannons to hold him off. Look at that, another pylon. What is that one for? Shield battery?
Could be. Yeah, why not?
I'm excited. I want to... Like, the Reaver's going to be a while. Look how long the Robo takes to make.
Yeah, it's a very slow building structure. Let's see here. Do we have the DT tech over here? Oh, wow, he's not. I'm sorry, everybody. I really thought... A lot of times when you go for the DTs, because they're trying to lean in so hard, especially when you see the proxied Robo. Oh, wow. Mini's just so good.
Cannons?
Yeah.
He's going to go Cannon Reaver. The cannons will help cover the Reaver from goons diving in.
Yes.
And Zealots, of course, as well.
Yeah. I almost think that Mini is sort of trying to come up with this on the fly, but I guess this can work. Thing is that if there's no DT tech, there's no Reaver tech here for Stork. I mean, you're just going to be pushed by the Reaver and the Dragoons, right?
Well, I mean, the push is going to come, but Stork can make so many units and we're so close to his base.
Funny thing about the cannons, too, is I guess that actually stops the DTs if that was a tech, too, huh?
Yeah. Do you see this? He's like building more of a base out here than Stork has.
This is like what happens when you have like your 2 younger cousins play against each other and they're not very good, but you're like, let's just see what they do.
Dude, all he needs
and then this is like that game, you know? You're like, all right, well.
All he needs here is a Nexus, Tasteless, and it's going to look like the campaign.
Yeah. Just one carrier over this army.
Yeah. Just sitting there, an air unit on hold.
One scout and one carrier, yeah.
God. Okay, so now he has to make the Reaver attack south. That's one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, the Reaver's a little bit buggy.
When you try to attack south, it like actually glitches somewhat often. Look at that. Do you see this? Are you watching the game I'm watching?
No, my eyes are closed. I can't watch it.
I can't even believe this.
Thing is, I mean, Mini doesn't have that much, right? Stork's economy is kicked in. He's got...
Looks scary, though.
Yeah, he does, for sure, but...
I think he can wait for the last cannon to die, but he wants to go before the second Reaver's out.
Right.
I think that's the key. Like, maybe after this Scarab go. He just had 3 goons pop. I don't think he's going to get a better time.
He might want to wait until there's... I guess, actually, Mini's going to be really on top of making Scarabs.
Yeah,
here.
see, there's the second Reaver. That's making me real scared, Tasteless. I was a little bit scared before, now I'm real scared.
Shaken. Now, what is the tech that Stork said? Is it Robo? Oh, I love the zoom out shot. I love that we can do this, by the way, now. Okay.
Oh. Okay, trying to dive on top of these Reavers, but look at that shield battery.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Shield battery is like, it's like the best shield battery usage we've ever seen.
Long life, lively life.
Yeah. Is that it? I think he
that's
just died.
Super
I mean,
it.
the shield battery, you rarely see it made, but in that moment,
that was amazing.
It's
though.
perfect.
With the cannons, the shield battery, all that.
Right.
I mean, that was an awesome push from Mini. And I think that probably was made on the fly.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think you hit Nexus first that often in PvP.
It's funny because you would look at that and say you can't possibly get away with it. Nexus first can be pulled off.
Yeah.
Look at Mini, very happy with himself for that win. Mini's going to go on to the finals, guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's his second finals in a row.
Sorry, that was such an odd game that we had to cast there. I almost kind of got out of the fact that this was a tournament match. I was trying to map out what they were doing. What a fun series, though.
No, it certainly was.
And we got to see that. I think a lot of times people think that PvP is just,
there's a lot of Reavers.
There's so much you can do in that matchup. Really cool stuff. Yeah, the Nexus first play. I don't think Stork had factored in the possibility of that Reaver and cannon push.
Yeah, the shield batteries as well really kept those Reavers going.
It's weird because it sounds like when you say that's what you're responding to that with, it sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, what? You're going to Reaver end cannons at their natural, and you don't have another base, but it's just strong enough. And again, that shield battery, that was like the MVP play right there. The fact that he healed the Reavers. You only need, 4 or 5 Scarabs to be shot out to decide the fight.
Yeah. Well, that's 400 or 500 splash
Even if it
damage.
just hits like 1 Zealot or 1 Dragoon. In the long run, that's going to be enough. And so he has the shield battery there. He keeps those units alive for enough time, and he wins the game.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Well, Mini definitely deserving of his second finals in a row. Of course, he was just in the finals against Last in the ASL.
Yeah.
And here he awaits snow or rain. And, I mean, I'm still looking at rain to take down this whole tournament. He smashed Mini before in PvP, but you can see he's really good at playing on the fly here as well.
Yeah, very, very good at that. Yeah, I mean, this was a lot of fun. I'm kind of surprised at some of the choices that Mini made build-wise. It's like he started out the first half with like the most orthodox textbook PvP, and then he completely went insane in the last 2 games. Again, that double gate, we're going to have to watch for that. And all these one-on-one maps, PvP, we've got plenty more PvPs to come here in KSL. How are people going to utilize those proxy gates? It's kind of hard to not do that when you see how strong it is.
I like to see them mixed in, to be honest.
If you want to win, I mean, why would you not make gateways there? Unless they make their own gateways.
Well, what happens then? It just turns into a base trade,
Battle.net shuts down. No one knows. No one's ever seen that before. The game can't handle it. Congratulations to Mini. Moving on. This is interesting that we have, since it's only Protoss in the Final Four, to kind of see this matchup really get unpacked at the highest level. I know that some people roll their eyes or complain about mirror matchups specifically, but it is really fun when you're going to have this all compacted into one short period of time to really see how the very best and brightest approach this.
Yeah.
Because, you'll see the super safe play, getting observers out, going to try to get a safe nexus, or you'll see the crazy stuff.
And to be honest, even seeing what we saw tonight, the next series is going to learn from that. That can influence what's going to happen.
Sure.
Maybe Snow Rain looks at that 2 gate on cross game and says, wow, that's strong. I really got to look out for that.
So, Mini wins 4-1 versus Stork. I thought Stork had a really impressive game in Overwatch. I think that Nexus on 12 in the last game was, I think that was wishful thinking, but
I think getting scouted first is painful in close spots as well.
I wonder if one of the things about doing Nexus first is you get to kind of avoid the ramp headache.
Well, certainly you're not fighting over the ramp. That is true.
Right.
That is true.
There's that.
And if they scout you late, then I think it's harder for them to react their build as quickly. And if it's cross spawns, obviously the rally time for your units is longer.
Right. Well, also, a lot of people are not strong against that kind of stuff. They're so used to PvP being within a series of parameters they've already played against that a quick Nexus can really throw them off. Especially because when you're doing a build like that, you can scout